Okay, so I know I've only just built Old Frankenstein, but I want to change it already. It comes with the 1991 Diamondback Apex. Comes with a 1 1/8 inch threaded headset, which is alright, but I just felt like upgrading to Threadless. Now for that, I'm going to have to change the forks, I'm going to have to change the headset, and I'm going to have to change the stem. That should be it. You obviously, when you go from threaded to threadless, you're going to need a longer doohickey here, steerer tube. On the threaded, what we've got here is we've got the headset, which is the bottom race here, top race, lock rings and stuff, and the forks just come to the top of there. That's the steerer tube that you need, because the stem slots inside. On the threadless, we don't have any of this stuff here, none of this lock ring. We just have headset, bottom race, enough stem for the steerer tube, and then you get the headset top race, but then you have the stem which sits round the steerer tube up here. So we're going to need enough length to pop out the top here and come up to somewhere probably up here. So that's what you're going to need to measure. You're going to need to measure the stack height of the headset that you want, the size of your head tube, the height of the stem that you're going to use, and probably a bit of room for some spaces as well, because they're going to be needed to just adjust the height of the stem. Because it's not like on this one where you can just undo the bolt and raise it all over it. You have to either remove the spacers from the bottom or from the top to raise all over these type of stems. So that's what you need to measure for forks anyway. 1 1/8 size is pretty much, I guess, consistent. There are some that are tapered at the bottom, so try and avoid them. Headsets, I've literally just looked for a 1 1/8 headset, threadless, and I went for this Stronglight headset, which was actually quite cheap. I think it was £15. It's got the star nut inside it. I've already fitted the bottom race, the crown race to the forks, so that's ready to go. This Bottrager stem is a 1 1/8 fitting at the back here to go onto the stem, to go onto the steerer tube. And for the handlebars, you can see how small that is. That's a 25.4mm clamp to go onto the handlebars that I've got. Modern bikes have oversized bars now, so they have something much bigger than that. So that's something to watch out for. Any other sizing that we need to think of? Obviously your wheel size, make sure you get the right wheel size. These are for road bikes. They've got 700C fitting in the wheels. And I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. So should we start by stripping this front end down? So I'm not actually going to disconnect any cables or anything like that. I'm just going to try and slip them all off. First, I'm going to get the wheel out. There we go. Then I guess we shall disconnect the mudguard and the brakes. So what's the, as I said, I'm not actually going to take disconnect the cable from the brakes. I'm just going to literally let it hang. Mudguard's out the way. Now I'm going to want to strip down this side of the handlebars because I'm going to obviously reuse them, and I just want to slide them out that way. Or should I slide them out that way? Doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to try and pull this grip off. Underneath there, and that will come. Oh, it should come off a bit easier. There we go. Boop. There we go, one off. Let's get this light off. That's loose. Gear shifter is. So I can just slide these off. Just let them dangle there. It'll be alright. Let's open up the stem. Slide these bars out. I'm going to let the rear brake dangle. There we go. I'm just going to rest the bars on my desk there. Okay, let's get the stem out. Easy as that. Spacer. It's got a load of grease in it, so we can drop the forks up. There we go. And last but not least, we need to get this old headset out. So, like I've shown you in, I don't know, a video a few weeks ago, just going to crack that out with a nice big hammer. And because everything's on the bike, I'm just going to go from underneath, make it more difficult. And there we go. That is front end stripped. How have I got low battery already? Front end stripped down. I've just charged the battery. So I'm going to clean it all up and then press the new headset in then. Okay, we're all cleaning there now. So, let's see if I can press this new headset in. And this I'm just using like the same technique as I did before. Just a bit of threaded rod, couple of washers, couple of nuts, couple of spanners. And just wind them up. Back it up and reposition if you need to. Okay, that's pressed in there nice and firm. Okay, there we go. One headset pressed in. Okay, with that pressed in, I can just see if the forks fit through and how much they do. So they're going to go on like so. I don't know how much I'm zoomed out. And then we've got this expanding washer, which is meant to slide down over the top race bearings. And we've got a seal here, again, which is meant to slide down over the top. There we go. So that sits over the top. Your stem will just go over the top like that. I'm just going to hold that there for a second while I reposition. Okay. So you can see, hopefully, how much length I've got left on the top here now. It's quite a bit. Didn't expect it to be that much. I've got some spacers though. But what I might do is actually just chop a bit of that off. Perfectly fine to do that. You just need to make sure that you set the the star nut, because you need the star nut inside the forks. You need to reset that down. So I think a good position. Let's put some washers on first. Just hold there for a second. Hold there. Okay. I know that is a lot. That is a lot. I might just have to test this out when the bike's on the ground and then fine tune it from there. But that is a lot of spacers. And test it, because I might just cut this down. But in the top here, I don't know if you can see, there is a star nut. You need to try and get that top there. Let me zoom in. So that's the top of your forks. You don't want that exposed, otherwise the star nut's not going to have anything to grip onto. I've actually got a spare star nut here that came with the headset, so it don't matter too much if I cut this one down. those in a good position. Just brake lever goes on first. Where's that dangling? Gears go on next. And then we put the grip back on. Okay, so it seems like a good height as it is. Ooh, calm down. So all I've got to do now really is just check all the bolts are tight. Put everything back to how it was, put the mud guard back on. And yeah, go out and test it. But yeah, I just thought I'd test it. I've never done it before. I just thought I'd give it a go. Kinda looks a bit weird, but it is a Frankenstein bike. So it works. I'm just gonna get round to doing up all these grips now. Put those in the right position. Of course, there is another way. If you want to keep your original retro awesome forks, but you do want to go to the A-head style for the stem, what you can do is just buy one of these. Here we have a quill to A-head adapter, which should just serve as a quill stem by sitting in there, and then I can bolt the A-head onto there. Job done. Saves you faffing about with changing the headset, changing the forks. You've still got to do the same and strip the bars down, just so you can put the new A-head on, or take the old stem off, should I say. But that's a nice easy way, and I think that only cost, what was it, £5? Something like that. Yeah, it's not expensive, but well, that's how you install it. Okay, proper way to do this. Obviously, this is it that way around. Put the A-head onto the quill first, and then drop it in. Job is a good 'un.